Well, here we are, Thursday edition of Barn Burner, Boomer, Pinder, Warner, here on FlamesNation.ca on our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you would; that'd be great.
Just give us 5 stars. That's all.
It's all we ask. It's free. It's all free. Just give it the subscribe there. We'd sure appreciate that. We got a lot to do today. We got a lot to get into. So no dilly dallying around. We're here in the Tower Chrysler Studios today. Reminder that over at Tower for the month of February. Mustard seed beneficiary of choice right now for Nikki and everybody at Tower, asking you to stop by the dealership with some any winter clothes, winter items, coats, boots, mitts, gloves. You know what we're talking about. They got a Ram all set up in the showroom. We're going to fill that thing and then wheel it over to the mustard seed at the end of the month. And if you do so, not only will you get to see that beautiful new Ram in the showroom, you'll get entered into a prize for a lovely prize package to be determined, but it'll be a decent one for sure.
Don't be fooled by the warm weather. It's still Feb. We're going to get another couple blasts of it.
And it's not really about the prize package. It's about doing the right thing.
That's correct.
Which is, that's what Tower does. Tower Chrysler Studios. There is, Rhett, we'll get into the game because it is a game day. Get your helmet on. Detroit Red Wings, the host of the Calgary Flames tonight. But diving right into this is not we're new with McLeod Law, our new friends over at McLeod Law. Usually we kind of take some time, we get into the show, and then we'll kind of massage them in. But today, and not good news, unfortunately, but for McLeod Law, we start the show today with the injury report.
And it takes big news on the injury report to get ahead of what we know will be a soup update for Rhett on a rainy day in Buffalo around the Great Lakes. And it's not good news from Detroit, where it's also rainy. Rasmus Andersson is not going to play tonight. He's listed as day-to-day. He was struck by a vehicle when scootering through a crosswalk last night at 6 p.m. Detroit time on his way to dinner. He was alone. He has sent pictures of himself in the hospital to his teammates, and it sounds like, he's not in perfect shape, but certainly feels like a bullet was dodged here in the sense that you can get hit by a vehicle and things can go very poorly. We don't have to probably explain that in great detail. Day-to-day, not going to play, and a lot of corresponding moves because he's probably your best defenseman. He logs massive minutes. He's on a top pair. He runs a power play. And, of course, I guess the best part of it is it sounds like he's avoided significant injury, and this isn't he's done for the season or worse. It's a day-to-day situation for the Flames.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the most important. Reached out to the team this morning, and pretty much the story is dodged a major bullet here, was hit by a truck on a scooter, and like you say, day to day, but just the common thread is guy's very lucky. So
scary.
So they, like you say, they've made other moves. Somebody else will play on the top pair, but kind of shakes you when you hear that. I could tell by your reaction, the retro, you hadn't heard that, as that kind of started to come out late last night, early this morning.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Not a clue. And see, it's funny. I'm glad he's dodged the bullet. But when I got hurt in Chicago on St. Paddy's Day, everyone made fun of me and they weren't really concerned with my health. But everyone here seems to have the right intentions and want Anderson to get better.
Genuine concern.
When I got hurt, it was, you're an idiot.
Yeah, well, rolling your ankle when you're drunk getting out of a cab, a little bit different than getting struck by a vehicle. No.
I wasn't drunk yet.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Wasn't drunk yet.
Tipsy. It was St. Patrick's Day, was it not?
But he was
see again the judging.
Anderson. Yeah, see, there it is. Even years later, you're still not getting
defending that. Yeah.
The attention you deserve. Was the team had gone to dinner, was at a restaurant, and whatever, it didn't go with the group. He was by himself when he was hit. So not that it makes it any less significant, but be scared out of your mind.
Taken by ambulance to hospital.
You're laying there and no one all by yourself. Anyway, because you forget it's in some cases like still a kid in his 20s, right? These are young guys. You forget that there's some youth. You were an old goat when you hurt yourself, Rhett.
Yeah,
Rasmus Anderson. He's a young man.
What year was that? Was that one of your last few?
2009, I think. Anyway,
there you go.
That sucks. I had no clue. Like, where is it? 6 p.m. Wednesday.
Yeah.
So released from hospital last night. That's good. And day-to-day, we're still with the team.
So there it is. It is good news, given the news. It's the injury report for McLeod Law. Personal injury lawyers, they will help take that stress off your shoulders. It's one thing you're already injured. Then you got to deal with all this other stuff. These are the people you can count on. They are on your team. Call Peter Klein, 403-254-3864. Their website, mcleod-law.com. All across the social media, at McLeod Law LLC. Good people, deep Calgary roots, caring for Calgarians. McLeod Law.
Very good. Also, quick add-ons in the injury world. Jack Hughes announced this morning, week to week, he's out, the top center for the New Jersey Devils. And Cale Makar, who took that not-so-clean Jeff Carter hit 2 nights ago, is done for the rest of this week. So that means he's going to miss tonight in the rematch between the Bolts and the Avs. It's Stanley Cup rematch tonight in, I believe, Tampa.
Jack Hughes having a year. We talked about him, last week?
He was in a spot to get some heart votes. It's been quite a campaign for the resurgent Devils.
Jack Hughes, he is 9th in league scoring, 67 points in 50 games.
It's good.
It's all right.
It's good.
Now, speaking of injuries in Detroit, remind me, before we get into the details on this game today between the Flames and Red Wings, was it you that ended Yzerman's career or Yzerman ended your career? It's foggy.
Bad blood.
Well, I tried to sell it as it was me ending Yzerman's career, but someone in Edmonton kiboshed that.
Is that right?
Because my memory was foggy, and I was because I thought Yzerman didn't come back and play after the lockout year, which meant that after he got hit in the face from the puck off my leg, that would have ended his career, but apparently played one more year.
Now, so but he hurt you too, right? Is that how that went? It
was
retribution.
Stuck me in the eye. He's a stick man. He's always been a stick man. He's always He was a ninja as a child, and he stuck me in the eye with a stick. Had to take out the top D man for the Flames that year, and that's what he did. Mission accomplished. Missed 3 games.
He's like
Regier got hurt.
Ernie McCracken with the flick of the wrist. Take your eye with the flick of the wrist, just like Steve Yzerman. Yeah. So he stuck you, and then years later, a puck went off your leg into his face.
No, 3
settling
games.
The score. Yeah,
3 games later, it was the same series that happened. My eye got obliterated in game 2, and in game 5. I decided to ricochet one off his noggin and crush his face. It was not pretty. Neither occurrence, actually.
Lucky he wasn't ricocheting them in the net. Could have changed the game.
Could have, yeah.
I was scared shitless because I'd never been hit in the eye like that. I'd been punched in the face a few times and this and that, and cut my, kind of in the eyebrow area, but that was right in the eye.
That is different. Like a bone's going to heal and there's a timetable, and eyes, like I might not ever see, like this is a sense that's being threatened here.
Well, and it's immediately, it was like, I can't see and it's watering and what's happening. And it was like, you get scared. Your instincts take over. You're like, where am I going? You're trying to get off the ice. It was not good. And then the puck that hit Yzerman, that was ugly too. Like that was full on. He didn't see it coming and slap shot off my shin pad. Right. And he was nowhere near the net, right? Like it wasn't. Anyway, it sounded gross. It looked gross, and you knew right away there was trouble.
Did you say who shot it?
Quite
I'm
sure.
trying to hit the picture.
I have no. Lidstrom
point shot off you. Sure, yeah. It's one of those Hall of Famers who was playing with him. Yeah.
Kirk Maltby. So McLeod Law really getting their money's worth on the injury report.
I
didn't know Steve Yzerman and Rhett Warner would show up on the injury report, but yet here we are.
It's deep dives back to the late double O's. Yeah.
You're welcome, McLeod Law. Peter Klein.
They like that nostalgia, though.
Yeah, they sure do. So it's the Wings and the Flames tonight. First meeting of the season. The Red Wings back-to-back losses. They fell to the Islanders 2-0. Edmonton, their most recent game, 5-2. And, of course, the Flames, a thrilling, if you want to call it that. I guess it was. 5-4 loss in OT. Great game. Exciting back and forth. I don't expect similar similar excitement tonight, given the two teams. So maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think Detroit's boring, but that's kind of the high water mark for the regular season. Never mind the Flames.
Yeah.
A lot of people that were not, associated with the Flames or Rangers called that game of the year.
Could be a record-setting night for one member of the Calgary Flames, Ryan.
Absolutely could. Rhett, who is it? And what kind of record are we toppling tonight?
Well, Dan Vladar is getting the start tonight, and we believe if he can get a couple points that he's going to set the record for
a single point,
row.
Even a single. Yes, he's gone 13 games to the point, Rhett, tying Brian Elliott, Moose, and Bernie. 13 game point streaks for those two.
10-3 in his last 13 games.
Nice. I'm shocked I know that. I don't know how I know that. That was an absolute stab in the dark, but glad to come out ahead.
You're good, man.
Just had a stroke or something.
That's how good you are. You don't know how good you are. I got about two because the game was Monday. I'm trying to think. So on Tuesday, we kind of threw it out just so who's getting the start in Detroit. And I agreed with Rhett when he said it's going to be Markstrom because he was actually, despite the loss, I thought quite good in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Vladar.
I like this, and I know that Daryl wants Markstrom to be his guy, but I also know that Daryl has functioning eyeballs and can, remember when goals go in.
Unlike Yzerman and Rhett Warner.
That's right, those turds. It's been early goals on Markstrom a lot this year, and I don't think he's been awful. It's just that he's put the team in tough spots, being behind early a ton. And I think if you're Daryl, it might be time to say, if you win, you just stay in the net. And if we have back-to-backs and travel, we'll deal with those when we get there. But they're really not they don't have the luxury of playing the long game necessarily as much as he might want to. I don't know that that's what he's doing, but we've seen a whole lot more of Vladar before coming back from the All-Star break. So as they closed out in Seattle, he had 5 of the previous 8 starts in net, Vladar. So this will be 6 of 11. It's not a decided edge, but the needle's certainly swinging towards from Markstrom 1, Vladar 2 to a split work share. And if Vladar wins, I don't think anyone would be concerned internally, externally, anywhere that if you just ride a hot goalie. Please be that guy, Dan. They need it.
Or are we overthinking it? And it's sorry, I was going to say, are we overthinking? And it's Detroit. They're out of the playoff picture. They're a weaker opponent. You start your backup against a weaker opponent.
That's the rest of the road trip, though, right?
Is that Buffalo? I don't know. I don't kind of feel like they're
almost that different. They're out of the playoffs.
Well,
I think
we're underestimating. I was going to say, I actually think, probably because I'm here bragging about how well the Sabres have played, but probably Detroit and Buffalo are very similar.
Both on the up and up, both probably feeling good about themselves, both young teams that probably play with significant pace. And Ottawa's the same. That's 3 in a row against, you're better than, but I don't think any of these opponents are easy. These are all tricky.
But what I truly think is happening in net is that Daryl has eyed Dustin Wolf, and his love of young players has taken over, and he's trying to run Markstrom out of town so that he can get Wolfie into the lineup somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
That's not the case. And I was just throwing that out because I
agree
with you.
Prove it, Dean. Prove it.
What?
But it's not
prove that Daryl doesn't have young players. I mean, there's no evidence out there. Come on, Dean.
Prove it.
If this is a year ago, I don't think there's any way you see Vladar.
No.
Because we're now, in what season we're in, the best players play seasons. This is not, let's tinker mess around for Daryl Sutter. We're in February. Yeah. We need the points. We're on the road. You play your best. I think it is significant that Vladar goes here.
I agree.
2 days break from, sorry, I keep jumping. 2 days between games. This was set up as a Markstrom game for sure.
Yeah. And remember, this isn't a dissimilar spot from where they were when, they're on that road trip where it was Chicago, St. Louis, Dallas. And you're like, well, I mean, Markstrom's not performing here. Why aren't you putting Vladar in? And then it's it's a Saturday matinee. Obviously, use your backup. That's that's the Buffalo game on Saturday. You could see how this was going to line up if it was a month ago. But I'm kind of with you. I think it's not a time to play favorites. It's time to go with results. And 10-0-3 in his last 13, fucking legendary results. It's about to set a franchise record if you can get a point tonight.
Yeah. I think people are happy.
Who are they knocking out of the playoffs?
Minnesota. It's my new team. I'm hating on.
What?
Oh,
You
really?
see the standings today?
You love
that-
Minnesota.
Tattoo on your hoop.
I like Minnesota. Something's not right there this year. I don't know if they're getting the goaltending. Ryan Hartman's gone from 30 goal guy to like healthy scratch the other night or something like that, or way down the line.
Healthy scratch?
I'm trying to see what it was. Something caught my eye with Hartman.
Go get him.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the money is, and I don't know that they dislike him. I think it's just a bad, tough season for him after a career year. Like he had a monster year
He'd
last
fit
year.
in.
Remember?
It'd be good. He'd fit in Calgary. Just join the crew with tough seasons. Be great.
Coming off a career year.
Yep.
Sign a Mahus.
I don't know what's the deal. I don't know that that's the case.
You don't know
While
what
you're
it's
looking
okay.
that up, Mad Rose Pub, our ticket provider, supplier for people that watch and listen to
It's our
Barn Burner.
hookup, dude.
The next game, because it's home games, right, is going to be, oddly enough, against Detroit. That's coming up next week.
Huh.
Mad Rose Pub up in Royal Oak, Royal Vista Place, daily specials. Today, we were talking before, it's I believe it's a souvlaki wrap and chicken rice soup.
Really? I like that. Soup, Rhett. There's your segue.
20 beers on tap, kid friendly on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The dough for the pizza and the sauce made fresh every single day. Great spot. Take our word for it. It's Mad Rose Pub, madrose.pub online, 15 Royal Vista Place.
So Ryan
I had
Hartman
a
is
beautiful-
riding a sorry,
What? No, go ahead.
shooting percentage is like last year he's on a heater. This year it's the cooler. It's the truth's in the middle somewhere. Probably not a 3rd goal guy. Also probably not a 10 goal guy. And he was healthy scratch earlier this week. Scored the other night. Had it disallowed. It's kind of the season he's having.
I had chicken noodle soup and it was phenomenal. The lady at the till tried to talk me into this fancy chicken parm soup, and I'm like, what are we talking about here? Well, it's a
What are
tomato
we talking about
base.
here?
It's breaded chicken chopped up. I'm like, get the hell out of here with this chicken parm soup. You're using old shitty chicken and threw it in a pot, and you're trying to sell it to me. Give me the chicken noodle. I want the chicken noodle. It's delicious. I don't have to steer away from that. Come on.
And then
Try to
is it a
bamboozle
two-banger
me.
today? Are you doing a soup?
Back-to-back
two-banger?
soups, baby. Back-to-back soups. Chicken noodle soup for lunch. And I'm going with the old hamburger soup, Dean, that you've grown to love for supper. And a grilled cheese, because you got to
Nice.
have grilled cheese with that hamburger soup.
So
What do
good.
you say about the great ones?
They make it look easy.
Double soup.
Double soup.
They should
Oh,
see the rain out
two-banger.
there.
Well,
It's
show us.
pouring. Well, I didn't open
Is
the
it
blind. I'd have
like
to move.
cats
I
and
got bugs.
dogs?
It's like Vancouver. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pouring
Oh, that's not
rain,
good.
and no, I don't know where it all goes. It's like a swamp. A lot of water.
You know those Great Lakes nearby? I'm guessing it ends
Oh,
up
I s-
there.
I suppose, yeah.
Let's. I was given the heads up.
Hence
Rhett,
Hence that big waterfall thing. That it just
mhm.
it never
That's
seems
the one.
to dry
Yeah.
up.
Where's that
Yeah.
water come
I
from?
don't know where that water keeps
Oh.
coming from.
That's a lot of water that goes over
Isn't there
that
a faucet
thing. I
back
wonder where that
there?
comes from.
Who built that?
Is it like the Bellagio? Like, is it just that they cycle it through, or how does this work?
What kind of
Yeah, I
pump
was,
do they
given the
have
heads up.
down there?
Major Pinder report today. So we're gonna get right to it. I'm not
Lots of
dragging
good
my
kickers
feet.
there. Lots of news. Lots of drunkenness. We got
Can I
NBA's
just
upside
listen
down
and
with
get
trades.
a coffee, or do I have to like watch? Is there visuals
both.
I need, or okay.
Yeah, there's some good viz. You'll like it.
I
Trust
always
me.
like the Rhett involvement.
Yes, I do too.
Okay, then I won't stand
just-
up and get a coffee.
Just kind of
So-
sprinkle
watch
some
and
Rhettisms in there.
I thought of Rhett a bunch today when cobbling together.
Mm.
What would you call it?
That's
Curating the Pinder. Curated by Ryan Pinder. I have one that will change your life, guaranteed. And it's kind of something that you've been flirting with, but you just don't know enough. You need more info. Like, how close are we to this? Well, we're fucking close. So that's coming up. And also, I want to get you to break something down for me from the tennis world, which I think you're going to love.
The Pinder Report is a presentation of Village Honda. Stop in. Why don't you take that CRV hybrid out for a wheel? Give that thing a taste. How about that Passport Trail Sport? It's in stock. It's brand new for 2023. All in the Northwest Auto Mall at Village Honda, your dealership for life. Here is
life.
the Pinder Report.
Boys, we start with the news. We opened the show with Rasmus Andersson in hospital yesterday after getting struck by a vehicle while on a scooter on his way to dinner. let's sift through some of the information we do have provided. This all broke this morning, courtesy the Flames on Twitter, announcing the incident that Rasmus is day-to-day. That was followed up by quotes as well from Brad Treliving.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. And you never know. You hear these things and you wonder when it's online, is this legit? What is this? But we touched base with the team this morning. It was a truck, and there was very much potential, as you would guess, right? But sometimes you got hit by, who was it, Jeff Kent or whatever. He got hit on his motorbike. So what were you doing? Oh, I was waxing my truck and I fell. And this one could have been really bad. It was a truck. This is a scooter. This was not high speed, but this wasn't insignificant. Rasmus Andersson, very lucky. No major injuries is what we're led to believe. He's day-to-day. He's going to stay with the team. But I think team's shaken up by it, as you would expect they would be.
Not be, yeah.
So it's easy now. You hear it the next morning. Oh, he got hit by a thing. It's, oh, is he okay? Yeah, he's okay. This was some scary times last night for the team and for Rasmus.
Yeah, so we see the tweets from the Flames there. We saw the quotes from the general manager, who went out of his way to thank the medical people, not only with the team, but also at the hospital where Rasmus was taken by ambulance. You saw Ryan Pike's tweet as well. He's got an Ironman streak of over 300 games. One of the things Rasmus Andersson doesn't get a lot of credit for is just being available all the time. 300-plus games in a row, stretching back multiple seasons, obviously, to get to that number. 323, November 2018. They're going to miss him tonight, as there's a lot of things he does you probably just take for granted. And when you have something like this occur, it maybe reminds you of the hierarchy of who's important, in the sense that when they're gone, you notice. We've seen that with Chris Tanev. When he's gone, you're like, oh, shit. Yeah. We'll see how they do without Rasmus tonight, who has a lot of responsibilities on his job description. Backlund had this to say on the incident. He was chatting with, Sean Shapiro, I believe, who said Rasmus sent selfies from the hospital that lightened the mood. Everyone's like, okay, phew, we're a little bit better in that. And then Backlund also said there were things Andersson couldn't remember about the collision itself. So that would lead you to believe that, okay, we might be in concussion territory. That's not remembering things, not a great sign, although that is sort of anecdotal from secondhand source.
Anecdotal, but yeah, like he could have been quite a bit worse.
That, of course, necessitates another defenseman for the Calgary Flames. Dennis Gilbert, recalled from the Wranglers. He was just sent down earlier this week. He was up for the Monday game. Yeah, Gilbert. He was started with the team for the New York, and then zipped back to Calgary. They would have gone, I believe, to San Francisco yesterday, but they're just coming out of the All-Star break in the American League. They fly today to get to San Jose. So Gilbert would have yesterday been alerted to this and as actually playing tonight on a pair with Michael Stone. We've seen a lot of this. Gilbert might not be number 7 on the NHL versus AHL pecking order, but if he gets up into the big squad, he's playing ahead of Mackey a fair amount. And I don't mind that. He's been very good.
And I'm good with it too, Retro. But what is that? Not that there's a message to be sent, but what is the takeaway for Connor Mackey, where injury last night, Gilbert jettisoned in at the 11th hour and will play today. Whereas Mackey, I've been with the team, I've been practicing, I've been pre-game skates, I've been with the team, but this guy comes in and 10 minutes later is going to start tonight. Not ideal for Connor Mackey.
Well, I think it's a pretty clear indicator that you better pull up your socks, right? I don't think any of us have liked how he's played, so I'm not shocked. No. And I mean, it's
been dreadful at times, and
you just can say I'm here practicing, but part of the reason he might be with the Flames and practicing with them as opposed to with the Wranglers is because it's the same thing with the Wranglers. Mitch Love might prefer having Dennis Gilbert in the lineup, and it's, you know what I mean? Mackey's an expendable piece, right? So not a great feel if you're him, but only he can control how he plays. So
Gilbert's cleared, and you got a certain amount of time and games before you have to re-clear waivers, and he's still within that window. Mackey is not. So that, I think, is why you're seeing him up on the big squad, and yet Gilbert playing ahead of him. I don't think they want to lose Mackey for nothing. They like him a lot. They picked him ahead of Valimaki, who just got an extension from Phoenix. So that's my, sifting through, trying to make sense of it, because it's certainly not best for Connor Mackey to not play all year. But if they could get him to the A and back without waivers, I think they would have.
can't imagine he's a threat to be lost on waivers.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Go ahead.
It certainly
and
felt
risk it.
like Valimaki was younger, right? More upside there. Okay, we mentioned Dan Vladar looking for a team record. 10-0-3 in his last 13. We talked about that before. We'll leave that alone. Here are the lines for tonight's contest for the Calgary Flames, as it'll be the new Jazz standards. The top 9 is the top 9. You got Pelche with Huberdeau and Kadri. Top line's the top line. Back on line continues to be their best, most consistent line since they've been put back together. And the fourth line looks like a fourth line. There's Luch, Ruch, and Louis. Going back to that now. Playing again.
We need that number 49 to get his S together and start producing. Or
I was just going to say, hey,
they got caved in on Monday. That line was awful. And, Kadri got rocked a couple times, turned it over. Huberdeau is hard to find these days.
Yeah, that solo pregame tilt where you went out all by yourself and everyone, hey, look, there he is, 49, skating around.
Yeah.
It's a while ago.
Yeah.
Let's do yourself, do the cause a favor, be good tonight. Let's go. Because you're right, that line was nothing special against the Rangers.
Pairs look like this: Hanifin with Tanev, Zadorov and Uyghur back together. When you have too much coffee and you're a little bit jittery like that, it's kind of like watch Zadorov, a Uyghur side pair. Oh yeah. I'm not sure I'm gonna like this.
Are you back to? We need to give him some turkey gravy. Is that what you're saying with the Zad dog?
It's the Zad dog. I mean, good luck to that pair. I hope they do great things. Gilbert in with Stone we talked about, and yes, Vladar is in net tonight. Detroit, quickly, we'll glance at them. Lucas Raymond on the top line with Dylan Larkin and Tyler Bertuzzi. They have Kubalik out, Zadina in, and Jordan Osterley will sit for Hag on the back end. Billy Husso, the former Blue, had a great season last year, starts in net. Okay, standings. I mentioned Minnesota. They lost last night to Dallas rather handily. The Western Conference looks as such. All of a sudden, that wild card, Colorado jumps into the top 3 in the Central, where we know they're going to finish the year. They're too good not to. And Minnesota, tied with the Flames in points, they played just once more. If that doesn't feel like a new target for the Calgary Flames, I don't know what does, because Edmonton doesn't. And for all the talk about the Kings, the games played are way off there, and the points are also not close. Feels like that's right now, you want to catch a team, focus on the Wild.
I mean, Oilers are 4 points. It's not like
it's not the distance. It's that the Oilers are finally getting goaltending and playing well, and their schedule is softer than puppy poop right now. So that's my thought on that one. We want some Flames content, Rhett. You love, I know you love getting out in the community and you're really endearing yourself to a city. Oscar Dansk, back up. This toughest job in the American League, backing up Dustin Wolf. You're never going to play. You got to work the gate the whole season. His new mask, he went to the Ronald McDonald House in Calgary and got kids' drawings and incorporated that into his mask. How cool is that? Let's take a look at it.
I love it.
So there's little drawings everywhere that he's tied in, factoring in the Wranglers.
That's
and
classy,
and
right there.
The kids drew those,
so
or picked.
There's kids' drawings, and then the artist for the mask incorporated the kids' drawings in their style, as you can see.
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable?
You know what? It's always been my thing. Goalies don't have enough fun with their masks. Some guys do. Another one's like, hey, look, it's an evil thing blowing fire. Have some fun.
Yeah.
That is real cool.
Yeah. And Dansk, journeyman goaltender that'd been over in Europe. They brought him back, and that's not an easy gig in the A. He's not going to play a ton. He's behind a top prospect, but look at that. He didn't have to endear himself to the community this way. That's phenomenal.
Attaboy, Oscar.
Spent time in the Ronald McDonald House hanging with kids that obviously would have been just elated to have a pro hockey player there sharing time with them. Good for him.
Nice.
In more comical and less heartwarming news, Laddie Schmid had this update on his wife on Twitter.
What?
Yeah, it's really good.
The former Flame?
The former Laddie, your kids. My wife left around 2 p.m. to get her lips tattooed for the first time. I think it's a thing, like the inside of the lips, you can get that tattooed. 6:58 p.m., front door opened, and I was like, holy shit, am I in Disneyland? There she stood, Donald Duck. I'm married to a celebrity now. Laddie from the top rope on his wife.
Well,
wow.
Done.
That is something.
I guess I'm out of touch. I'm not familiar with the lip
and
tattoo.
You do this right here, and then you can get something tattooed in. You get written upside down, and then on your hull, you're this like.
How does it go?
Like that. You get the
I
tattoo
don't know
upside
if
down, and
that's-
then you open it. I guess you
Yeah.
could say like,
I want
"Go
to see. I don't know.
Flames!"
Is that what
that
it
what it would
is,
say?
or is
or the
it
Rhett stir, something like that.
Yeah.
is it a different attempt at making your lips look more plump?
All poofy.
Well, short term, it would certainly be that. I don't know that. I don't know.
Probably other ways to do it than the tattoo. I
Yeah,
would
we could
guess,
talk to
get
the
them.
Aussie Sheila. She'd know this stuff inside out. I'll get a little report for you tomorrow. Let's move on. NHL. We mentioned it. Jack Hughes, week to week. That's not good news for the Devils. They're in great shape in the standings, but this is without a doubt their most important forward. Having a great year, and we'll see when he's back and how he looks. My theory on the Devils, guys, great regular season. They aren't huge up front. They do have some big D-men. This is a team that's going to be under the microscope in round one. A, it's analytics. B, they're smaller forwards. Everyone will be ready to crush these guys if they lose in the first round.
Yeah, I don't
Get them back, get them ready.
No danger of falling out.
No.
They're second in the Metro. They had that unbelievable start.
Yeah.
Weren't going to keep that up, but I feel for the kid.
Yeah.
So he was having an unbelievable season.
What do you feel for
also,
the kid?
I kind of like the kid. He first
Okay, but
overall
what
pick.
are you talking about? You feel for the kid. So his first overall pick is going to make $1 gajillion, and he's going to miss a week of
Well,
hockey. Like, what the F are you, man?
There's layers.
Tough
of
break.
my,
How are you going to get through this? Like, my God, it's over for the kid. Pack
You're
it
right.
in.
You know what? Fuck Jack.
yeah, let's amend
Beat
that.
it.
Fuck Jack
Now
Hughes.
he's got
You know
how many
what?
weeks off to just friggin' lay around?
How many effing Quins are out there too? Get lost. I've had it.
Hugheses. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
3.
Hughes is for sure. Yeah.
There's
Well,
some
that's what I
Quins. I know
meant.
one
Hughes
coaches.
But you know what that
great
happens?
players.
There's a
Jack
Quinn in
Quinn and
Buffalo.
Quinn
so F
Hughes.
off.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And David Quinn coaching in San Jose.
And this
Tonight,
this lip thing is not. It's not the jailhouse tough guy.
oh, okay.
On
So
your
different
gums.
tattoo.
It's actually trying. Yeah, it's like trying to make you have fat lips. It's a great.
And
treat.
honestly, laddie, like it's right there. It's Daisy Duck. You didn't have to go that low. Hey, come on. It's right there, Daisy. Final NHL couple notes here. Stanley Cup rematch tonight. Bolts, Avs, no Makar, we noted. Bolts don't look quite right either. They got pumped by Florida and then blew a 3-1 lead, 2-1 lead to the Sharks the other night. 3-1, I think.
They
just
were
bored.
They were so wasted over the break that they can't even play hockey now.
Well, they'll be fired up tonight, I guess. At home, Stanley Cup rematch. Last time they played, here's what it looked like. We got you remember this. Rhett, you can close your eyes if you want. I know you don't like this stuff. 3, 2, 1, and throw your stick.
So is this when John Cooper was crying about Colorado cheating with too many men, or which game was that?
Offside.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really feel like that was close. Felt like the best team won that trophy.
Well, you hate
Oh,
seeing
it's a
Corey Perry
shame.
lose.
You know what? The silver lining in everything, eh? Corey Perry didn't win. Also lost with.
I'm
Montreal.
happy.
What,
Screw you,
season's time?
Tampa. I've been in that rink feeling like that. So, suck
sorry,
it.
bud. Final NHL note. I like when fans can think outside the box and problem solve. And so Islanders, of course, bring in Horvat. And, guys will had jerseys of the players that got traded. Anthony Beauvillier, was an Islander that went to Vancouver. Now, it's not the exact number, but how about this for creativity? Not
All
bad.
right.
And some would call that a jersey fail. I call that a jersey fix. I like that a lot.
Explain to the listeners.
It's Beau from Beauvillier, and they leave that Beau. And then instead of Villiers, it's tape over and Horvat written down. Beau Horvat.
It was like
Beau.
the Gaudreau
Yeah.
Huberdeau deal here.
Yeah,
where
but the
people
front
would-
end.
Yeah, you kind of do the thing.
There you go. Not bad.
Hasn't worked out.
Sure hasn't. NBA, big deals yesterday. Rhett, are you just ESPN must be just NBA nonstop around the clock right now? Just crazy.
I couldn't work
Insanity,
out
trades,
today
trades,
'cause-
trades.
Yeah, I was in the gym today, and all this NBA breakdown stuff was happening about the trades. I couldn't work out. I had to stop and
It's
watch.
too
It was
much.
amazing.
Yeah. Kevin Durant to the desert. He joins the Suns. This just a couple days after Kyrie Irving swapped out to Dallas. That wasn't it. We also saw Russell Westbrook get swapped again. So let's rewind the clock on Westbrook here. I don't expect us to be all NBA insiders like me, obviously. But Rhett
Oklahoma.
signs a record 5-year deal. So let's see what's happened since that deal was signed for Russell Westbrook It's been a lot. No, that's not it. That's the Podol trade. We'll get there. So year 1, okay, so huge extension. Played for the team that gave him the extension. Year 2, traded to Rockets. Year 3, traded to Wizards. Year 4, traded to Lakers. Year 5, traded to Jazz.
Good in the room.
Great in the room.
Got to be a good guy in the room.
Whew.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
The NBA is drunk.
The NBA was drunk yesterday.
Yeah.
You were going to jump in, right?
What's he making? What's he making?
Oh, huge dough.
Couple mil?
Probably
2 or
40
3
plus a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does not care. You can send me
2 or 3 units of McDavid a year. That's at least that, right? God, 3 McDavids a year, 30. Yeah, he'd be making more than 3 McDavids a year, I'd guess.
You're right though. It's so much money. You don't care. You don't care.
It's too much money to, yeah. Other trade, Raptors did indeed get Jakob Poeltl back. He was a Raptor left in the DeRozan trade. He back, so they got a center. All right. Raptors, I don't know how far north you are these days, Rhett, but it's been a tough go this year. They won last night, but it is not pretty.
I'm not far enough to get chem in my throat. And what? Chem Birch?
Chem Birch.
No, I don't know.
Tall.
The Raptors are only an hour and a half away. I may have packed it in on the north. I can't get excited.
Now they got a center. Let's hope that they can, get this thing back on the right foot.
Well, we have apparently a superstar power play expert, and he's horseshit. So I don't put a lot of stock in just saying that we have a center, so we're going to be good.
Yeah, there's a lot that's gone wrong there. Let's go to golf. No, we're not done yet.
It's going to become the worst Flames deal in history. So carry on.
Come on, Rhett.
It hasn't even started yet. All this judgment. The deal has not even begun.
So because it hasn't started, can you just take it back?
Yeah, you gotta. You still the receipt tree? Take that back to.
We haven't we haven't used it.
Refunds are over here.
You need to go the speed of light for 6 months in one direction, and then turn around and come back, and then you could get rid of his contract.
He needs a time machine.
Grab the pen out of his hand, punch him in the face, knock him out, rip up the contract.
Get the F out of here.
What happened? I don't know, man. I don't know what happened.
Quickly trade him to Montreal. We were just Suzuki.
We were talking about movies, and then you fell asleep. Oh, weird. I could have sworn we were signing a contract.
And so with all those drunken and NBA deals yesterday, NHL fans moaning there's not enough interesting trades out there. So if you're an NHL fan hoping for a deadline similar to the NBA, begins Jeff Belliette. This entire league is either no cap space or is tanking, and the biggest names are mostly depth guys, and every GM's petrified of trading futures. So don't expect Ovi to move at the deadline like Durant just did, right? A late 30s superstar.
That said, Horvat, that's not top tier. That's kind of next tier down. If Patrick Kane moves and if Jonathan Taves moves.
They're expiring deals, but yes, 100% star power. Those guys are both
still has star power, don't they?
Jeff.
Taves. I'm with Jeff, though, and I want a question for you two, bozos, because you are very GM-ish or owners. You're owners, more owners. This is a question for the owners. What percentage of owners wish the CBA was a little bit different where you could actually go over the cap and add to your team? As opposed to what percentage are like?
Yeah, what you're talking about is a luxury tax versus a hard cap.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of owners are competitive and want to win, and it would solve a lot of their problems. But that's how we got to the place where Gary said we need a hard cap. You idiot owners can't control your own spending. You brilliant business people can't stick to a budget when it comes to pro sports. So I feel like there's kind of that Jekyll Hyde part of it.
I just think the players deserve more money.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, Rhett?
Thanks, Dean. You'd be a great agent. You and
LPA, me and that Boston mayor, we're neck and neck.
Wallaby Boot and Hod. The TV in the States you're watching, Rhett, probably not only NBA trades, but I believe it is hoops season for the NCAA. Hoops.
Hoop daddy.
Hoop-de-doop.
So in that spirit, here's number 6 Tennessee getting knocked off by a buzzer beater. We love these, right? Buzzer beaters for days.
4.8 to go. Robbins has it. Here comes Mignon with a path. Outside to Lawrence for the win. Yes!
Oh, goddamn Vanderbilt.
He got it!
You were up 2, and you left them wide open for 3. Oh, boy. We'll have a buzzer beater, hey, Rhett? That tournament's not far off. Have
It's
you booked your
on
vasectomy yet?
every.
I feel like that's the move.
I can watch 18 college hoops games a day. It's everywhere.
I'm just glad these amateur athletes are getting some exposure. Okay. Well, let's go to golf. It is the signature event, not for purse necessarily, although it's huge, not for maybe your resume if you're a golfer, but for drunks, Dean, and for party scenes. It is the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Every year on Super Bowl weekend, we have a bunch of Canadians in the field. Look at this. Good state of Canadian golf right there. Mackenzie Hughes, Adam Svensson, Nick Taylor, Adam Hadwin, Corey Connors, Taylor Penrith, who was T7 last week. Good Canadian contingent, ready to get beer spilt all over him on the stadium hole. What is it, number 16? And if you need a reminder of how things can get in Phoenix during Waste Management, here's from our producer, Alex.
This was who would that be?
Kind of looks like me beyond my hair.
He's faking.
Well, just stay with
going
it.
Upstream here.
He's got a big phone call there. He's he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whip,
steady,
whip,
steady.
whoop,
Yeah.
zip, whoop, whip.
I can tell you from experience with curbs that when you're
He's
that
lucky there. He's dancing.
God, be careful. yeah.
lasered, you ain't going up and down that curb 4 or 5 times. It's gonna get you.
Rhett's calling it a fake. All right.
Well, it was the same guy. There was a different clip where he does fall to the ground. Yeah. The gravity eventually wins this.
It does
epic
feel
struggle.
inevitable. Yeah. I don't feel like he's winning that battle much longer. The
No.
video does end. I don't think he stays upright.
I'm surprised in a way that golf allows the waste management thing to take place.
It's perfect.
They
It's the
allow it
one thing
It's
golf
perfect.
doesn't have,
It's
right?
once.
But it's perfect for fans, right? It is perfect. But it's how hasn't some stuffed shirt idiot? Well, we can't have this for our game.
I'm sure
the
there's lots
fun
saying that.
suckers, the
Yeah.
fun police step in.
There's
'Cause
lots
it's
in golf
awesome.
too. Yeah.
They don't go play it. That's what.
I think
They just
you probably
avoid it.
got 30 to 45 decent events a year. So you just say, hey, the rod up your ass can settle down for 1 week out of the whole season,
Or don't attend.
right? Exactly. And some players don't.
Yeah.
18 of the top 20 in the world. It's a $20 million purse. One of the things the PGA has done with Live coming on, backed by all that Saudi money, they've upped the purse in certain number of events. This goes from like 12 to 20. So a huge, best field ever for this tournament. Should be fun.
I just want the golfers to make more money.
I just want
Yeah,
the
we're gonna have.
golfers to shotgun beers on the tee like real men do at golf tournaments.
Yeah, when are we
Now,
gonna see
now
that?
we'll see who's skilled. Okay, Rhett, we're into your segment.
Birdie chugs. You guys do the birdie chugs, don't you? Birdie chug. Make a talk.
If you got
make a
birdie
shot,
juice,
take a
birdie
shot.
chugs.
Right?
Sure,
You
yeah.
gotta-
Yeah.
Come on.
3-putt chugs, out of bounds off the tee chugs, last place chugs.
You know how I feel about golf.
Yeah.
I'm all yes.
Okay, to the Rhett segment of the program.
Yeah.
First, you were a pugilist, a noted pugilist, Rhett, in your time. Can we get you to break down this fight between two fans in Dallas? Now, I don't know if someone's in the wrong seats here, but let's have a watch. Walk us through this. This some sort of rodent here in the Dallas jersey.
Oh,
Yeah, the ferret's in trouble here.
I'm impressed with the mullet.
Girlfriend's
He
coming.
bounced
now.
right back. That guy took a punch. He's back in the
He did
game.
too. That's a big man with higher ground. That's a tough start. And this is good here. Listen to this.
Hey, little boy. Hey, little boy.
No, fuck.
Little boy.
No,
Hey,
fuck
little
that.
boy. Little boy.
No,
Little
hell
boy.
no. I ain't done shit. I ain't done shit. Give me first right. Give me the first.
Is that your
No, fuck
Is that
that.
your seat?
Fuck that. Give me first right.
Pardon the
No,
language.
fuck that. No.
Hey,
So, you don't let someone with high ground
you
swing.
can't give up high ground.
Credit for bouncing back, but you can't get more humiliated than being pinned by a larger human whisking his hands through your mullet saying, little boy, little boy. I mean, you got worked. Your girlfriend's embarrassed. She tried to jump in and help you. That's a tough L.
That's
move
never good.
there-
I only had that happen once
Yeah.
in my life, and it was not a good scene.
Okay, pause. Finish that.
The
thought.
move there is for the mulleted Stars jersey wearer.
The ferret.
If you're going, commit to it, and you need to drill You need to drill golf shirt guy right in the balls. He will then double over. Then you jersey pull.
Oh, look at this right here.
Oh yeah, he gets tagged here.
He's looking.
Look where his hands are. Get your hands up, son. Where's your defense?
He's got drink in his hand still. That's not going to last.
Guy throws a hard right.
Bang!
It's on the button too.
Yeah, he doesn't miss there.
I mean, it's balls, then jersey pull or uppercuts.
You got to get him down to your level. You got to go knees, balls, something on the lower half to get him down a stair.
And he did ask him, why don't you come
Step
down here and give up your...
Yeah. And Johnny business call with the earbuds in. It's like, I'm not going anywhere. I got high ground.
You're right, Rhett. How did he pop back up?
He's just like
he's a wiry...
just Gumby bouncing back up.
Yes, he was not. Like,
now,
I was
fairness,
expecting when that punch went that kid was done.
Lights
out.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you think his bell would be rung. He's very rational.
Yeah.
He hit me first.
Yeah, he said, no,
Fuck
right?
that.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck that.
He
He
trying
hit
to
me
kick
first.
me out. He took it like a champ. It's impressive. Now, some days, like Monday for Rhett, it's just not your day. You're a little bit grumpy. You're not having it, and you just need to unload somehow. For Rhett on Monday, it was leaving the group chat. For this professional tennis player yesterday, well, let's just have a viewing. Is frustrates. Very frustrates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bye. Five.
Well, the good news is he's got plenty of other rackets.
No, that's good. Because if he broke one, then
That's
Maybe
going to get
not.
the treatment as well. 3, 4.
Yes,
4.
Okay.
That's even better.
Well, this is getting out of hand now.
Well, I think that gives us a little indication of where his mindset is at right now.
It's the most professional broadcasting and the largest tantrum I've ever seen a grown man have in tennis. I think that gives us a little insight as to where his headspace is.
Well, luckily he does
I
have
like
more
that he
apparatus.
I like that he spun the racket so he could smash it in different places. Like he wasn't just
Did you do that?
stick it.
Both
This is a great move. It has happened before
Bang.
when someone goes
Bang.
to the equipment bag
Bang.
and continues to smash additional rackets.
This is a Nick Kyrgios special. Nick does this all the time.
Well done.
Whew. And I don't know who this Barrere is, but that's a temper tantrum top 5 in
my new
tennis I've
favorite.
seen. You had
My new
Kyrgios, you
favorite.
got who else would be in that mix? John McEnroe clearly would have a couple in there.
Yeah, man.
Gonna get his
Finally,
name
Rhett, it's happened.
tattooed on my lip.
Yep.
All this phony baloney schoolwork, Rhett, thing of the past. And we've told you about this chat thing on the internet.
You haven't
can
told
write
me
essays
shit.
for it.
I've told you.
Okay.
The AI.
The link that I sent to you in the chat, that is the chat bot. The problem is like, if it's typed, well, the people are just going to say, well, it's the chat bot. So what you need to do is attach the chat bot to the 3D printer and have a viewing of this. This is the future of Rhett's children never doing work. That is an
pretty
essay
good.
from Chatbot written with a pen from a 3D printer. Your kids will never have to open another textbook, Rhett. Look at this.
Ryan Pike, you're on notice.
Yeah, you watch your ass.
Get this machine cooking in the back
Hey.
office. You'll be out of a gig.
Look at that.
If those
Pretty
teachers at my kid's school knew how much the AI bot was used in our home, they would be
Yes.
appalled. A lot of high-end.
Pretty
I got
bad,
the
yeah.
report card right here, fellas, I think. I got it right here from one of the young lads. Where'd it go? Oh, no. Lost it. Oh, well. It was impressive.
Oh, great essay writing. Almost a robotic skill set.
94s and
Wow.
yeah.
So, no more concerns about school the rest of your parenthood, Rhett. That's the Pinder report.
Folks, take
Good
your kids
report.
out of school quickly and get them learned up on that AI.
There you go.
Village Honda does not condone this message. The views expressed by Rhett Warner are strictly those of Rhett Warner.
Brilliant.
Village Honda wants to buy your car, sell it to them. You'll get paid in 24 hours, no hassle. Get your no obligation appraisal today. up at the Northwest Auto Mall. It's your dealership for life. You see them online at villagehonda.com. Good people taking care of good people.
Well, luckily he's got more rackets over here.
I clearly see there. He's got you can see there's mindset is at. We are another day closer to the big game this weekend.
Two paragraph 6-year-old or 9-year-old's version, book essay on I survived the Grizzly attacks of 1967. We had a lovely essay, handed it in, top marks.
Again, we do not endorse Rhett's
Don't condone it, but
recommendations.
listen, you're going to send your kids to school, and then when they're done school after 20 years, they're going to have to go out and learn how to do the AI stuff. So I'm just going to skip the wasted 20 and go straight to the AI.
You know what no computer, no AI is going to be able to ever do and replace? This.
Soup.
The smarts, the comedy, the knowledge, the expertise. We're good as gold, gentlemen.
The odors
professionalism
that permeate through the walls here.
Yeah.
No.
Major Tutty.
Major Tutties.
This Sunday, it is the big game. Where else are you going to be but at Grey Eagle Resort and Casino? Pinder, Boomer, the Barn Burner Boys, Tan Man.
Just put on a show.
Throwing back those pitchers. We are going to be there on Sunday afternoon. We want you to be there with us. The Pitcher and Wings special. $12 gets you a pitcher of beer and a plate of wings at the stage bar. If there's going to be overflow, and that's the thing, there's no reserve seating, so you're going to want to get there early, get your spot, and be ready. They have Blaze Bar and Grill, which will handle the overflow crowd, but it's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, $12 for a pitcher of beer and a plate of wings.
That's ridiculous.
And some prizes as well. They've got the 65-inch Samsung TV and sound bar. You can go to the website for Grey Eagle and get the details there. But yeah, after the game, we'll give away that TV and sound bar. 4 draws for $100 each for slot play. And you get to pet Pinder's hair.
Or high kick contest. Can't do both.
What's the over-under? What's the over-under for Pinder's pitcher wing order?
Well, I'm not driving there, so if someone wants to take the Nation truck,
right,
that's great. I won't be driving it back.
Well, the thing he's already said, if you want to go,
I'll be giving you free wings.
He'll be he'll have some wings, but at some point there's going to be too many extra wings hanging around.
Yes,
getting in the way of the pitchers.
I don't need all these wings in here.
Yeah,
I've had up a plate of wings. That's lovely.
Again, everyone, we don't condone.
This is the Grey Eagle parking lot.
We don't condone the moves of Ryan Pinder, his attitude. So come and be responsible. Have some fun with us. Be a normal human at Grey Eagle this Sunday.
That's their slogan.
That's right. Be normal, be human. Unlike Pinder. Soup, it's the big watch party. Lots of reason to come there.
You said there's soup?
Soup, wings, pitchers of beer. It's all there for you. We'll see you on Sunday. And tomorrow we'll give away the spot at our VIP table. We got a little reserved spot. If you want to get in on that, still time. Send either to Pinder's social media, my social media, the FlamesNation social media. Let's see what you got going. What are you wearing? One guy who I feel like he might be in the lead. He had 5 or 6 Eagles jerseys.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It was like a Kevin Cobb jersey.
Some bad jerseys, like some just
awesome
nondescript lineman. Yeah.
It might be. You know who he's cheering for. If he does win, you know who he's rooting for.
I just don't know that we need super fans at the table. I'd almost prefer like a Jacksonville fan and a Vikings fan.
Well, you'll be doing high kicks and spilling beer, and he'll be trying to watch the game.
That's right. Yeah. You don't want to interrupt someone's big game.
Grey Eagle. Be human. Have fun. Grey Eagle Resort and Casino.
Also, some events coming up live at the Grey Eagle. We'll have some dates to announce in the near future.
Really?
So keep your ears to the ground, your eyes peeled. Get your teeth wet. What do we say here, Rhett?
All of that is what you say.
Catch your feet.
Yeah, that's definitely what you do. How are you? You're in a good headspace, right? It's time for Ask Rhett.
Oh.
Well, how's my headspace ever changed? It's one. There's only so much space, and that's what's
except Monday when you left 2 group chats.
Yeah, like that was
a different.
There was a little irritable that day. Yeah. Today, I feel like you're in a good spot.
I agree.
No, good. Glad that
you've had your chicken noodle soup, so you're in a good spot. Hope Street Rental Property Management. Shaman and his staff, locations Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary, they're the best at it. They will find you tenants. They will get you premium rental rates for your property. Everything that needs to be handled that is a nuisance to you, that you want no part of, it's just, I wish I could get somebody just to handle all of that for me, then Hope Street is for you. You can book a virtual meeting online. Let Hope Street get after it for you. Canada's Property Manager of the Year. The website for all the details and to get hooked up with Hope Street, Rhett.
Sing it.
HopeStreet.ca.
There it is.
It's a beautiful thing.
Throughout the week,
I'm
whenever
getting good
something
at it.
comes up in your life and you
So
need,
good.
just like, geez, I'm going to have to remember to just email it through. Ask Rhett at FlamesNation.ca. You don't need to wait till today or yesterday, anytime. Because I know I'm, God, I wonder how you do that. Ask Rhett at FlamesNation.ca. I should just email Ask Rhett. Hey, Rhett, is it okay if you come home from walking the dog and your kid is roasting marshmallows over the toaster and hammering s'mores?
Oh,
I don't see what's wrong with it. I would be impressed. I would ask for the next one. And I would, pour me a drink while you're at it, kid. Let's go.
what's the problem with having a prodigy? I feel like that'd be a huge boon to the
Yeah.
family, wouldn't it?
What am I going to be
Boozy
upset
s'mores.
with the kid for being, using his noggin and brain and figuring shit out? No. Kudos to that young lad.
I feel
Or
like
lady.
the toaster is your toaster going to be able to? I
It's
need
probably
an open
brilliant.
flame.
You know what? You know
sound
what, Dean? You know what?
Huh?
If you're not a person that likes them burnt, it's probably great. You're probably not going to
Oh,
risk
yeah.
burning them, catching
'em
them on
wrong.
fire.
I'm not sure I like the s'mores. They're fine,
Overrated.
but people get so excited. We got to make s'mores. Make s'mores. I mean, it's the experience is fun because you get the kids
Listen,
around the fire and they're doing the
it's-
thing, but it gets sticky on your fingers.
It's not the s'more that's overrated. It's the marshmallow.
Yeah, might be.
I can get down with
That's
the
true. I
graham
like
cracker,
cookies and
and I can
chocolate.
get down with the chocolate. I cannot get down with the whatever that part of makes up a marshmallow. That's difficult for me.
The marshmallow. Yeah.
What is marshmallow made of?
What?
Sugar and what?
Exactly. Ooh.
Gum?
We ever seen those jars? Oh, I have. You get the puff, the marshmallow puff in the jar.
Yes, the jar.
Back when I was a teenager, back at the hometown, I was working at the grocery store. That was my job.
I don't like this.
I dumped a case of marshmallow puff. It fell. I was stacking up because I had to go stock the shelf. So you had kind of the cart and you're putting boxes. And one of the boxes that was near the bottom wasn't full. Didn't know, right? But somebody had taken like a bunch of the jars out. So I put the next box on there. Funk, it goes down. Poof. Jars of marshmallow puff, glass and puff all over the.
Oh, dear.
Not ideal. Because that shit's sticky, right?
That's not going to clean up easy.
You're not just kind of, I'll just get a broom.
No. The broom will be stuck in it. Like play tetherball off that thing.
Luckily, though, I remember I was making about $3.50 an hour.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Compensated for your hard work.
when you're bringing in that kind of dough, you got to do some shit jobs.
Quit.
Mhm.
Just
It's a
quit.
hired gun.
Yep. Hey, Rhett, best Super Bowl party you've been to?
Holy Super Bowl party.
Because it would be during the hockey season. Maybe you're on a road trip.
Is this the one that Lance Boma and Johnny and Sean were at? Or
Was that
different
Super Bowl? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've had a lot of great Super Bowl parties. Like we watched the Super Bowl one year in a hotel restaurant in San Jose. We had a Super Bowl party at my house one day, but it wasn't overly exciting in Calgary.
You really
Like,
got to have those
'cause-
off days line up, I'd think, wouldn't you? To really get
Exactly. Like they're not typically the league, the NHL, even if you don't play on that day, you play the night before or the day after. It's they don't put a lot of stock in giving you a couple days to recuperate in between. So it was never a focal point.
I bet you your best Super Bowl party's post playing days. It's got to be.
My best Super Bowl party was the Grey Cup when the Riders won and Ridgway kicked that field goal against Hamilton and they wore those sticky gloves. And me and my buddy Trevor Ledoux were at 310 Guston Crescent in Saskatoon, hammering nachos and some pepperoni sticks, and then the Riders won, and they hadn't won forever. Hallelujah!
What a Super Bowl.
It was a great Super
I'd
Bowl.
rather be a rider than what?
Yeah, stinking. Was that the one where you got thrown out for peeing in a plant?
Oh,
No, it was in '89. I wasn't quite old enough to get rip-roaring pissed and stand in a cop car with a sign, rider flag. So no, I didn't. Wasn't asked to leave that event.
No, not that one.
Hmm.
Hey, Rhett, is Lucic going to tune in? What?
Troops?
Troobs, thank you. Is Lucic going to tune in Troobs when the Rangers come to town next week?
Next Saturday. Good game.
If I'm Troops, I'll probably ignore the big man.
What if you're Sammy Blais? That's
true. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sammy Blais should scrap him. Is Sammy Blais a scrapper, though? I don't even know the kid.
I don't know, but Sammy Blais fighting for roster spots. They're pretty deep over there.
They got rid of
watched that.
Reeves, right? Didn't
They did.
Yeah. Sammy Blais should not fight Luch.
No one should fight Luch. I mean, Reeves should fight Luch.
You know what? Sammy
That's what
Blais, he's not a fighter. He's a hard hitter.
Yeah.
He's a punishing
And
hitter.
he caught Luch, so get ready.
But no, don't. I wouldn't be doing that.
There's no
Wouldn't be
code
doing that?
anymore. You don't have to fight.
You just can't, right?
I'm sure-
What are you going to do? Grab a guy, take
I
an extra
think-
two? Like,
Yeah. I think Luch will mention to Trouba, "I'm going to get you," or even that Blaze. But I don't know that Trouba has to or will answer that bell.
we got a Frank bomb. You realize that?
Let's go.
Frank bomb, it's a Frank bomb. Frank Seravalli, dailyfaceoff.com, our NHL insider, reporting that the St. Louis Blues are trading Vladimir Tarasenko to the New York Rangers. Whoa.
Interesting.
Rangers were already pretty good at putting the puck in the net. The power play did not actually rank that well compared to all the tools they have. Tarasenko's wanted out of St. Louis for a while, but has kind of played nice. They're out of it this year, looking to move some assets. Tank had a no move of sorts. And I don't know that you can be much happier than heading to the Rangers right now with how they've looked the last few games and where they're at in the standings. That's a big ad.
Right side, correct?
Yeah, right shooter.
You have Jimmy Vesey, Barclay Goodrow, Capo Caco, and Sammy Blais
There's
on
room to
that
improve
right
the
side.
right side.
So
Wow.
would he fit in with Zibanejad and Panarin or
Wow.
Trocheck and Kreider?
Yep.
We get to
Yes,
see him.
and yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywhere on the right there.
So great news for Flames fans. You get to see that show next week.
Well, I think, to be fair, he's going to the East. So, one game aside, that's not
Yeah, I
a
know.
guy going to Edmonton. That's not a guy going to Minnesota or wherever else theoretically.
Now,
he
see,
could have
everybody
landed in
bitching
position.
about the trades. That's two big names that have been dealt.
Yeah.
Granted, it's weeks away.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Everyone likes to be outraged, so whatever. Oh, there's no big trades in the NHL. I was like, we just had the wildest offseason ever for trades. We had our first sign and trade in the NHL with obviously Kachuk inked and then sent out. There was no lack of big trades. It's just everything happened in the NBA yesterday, and people need to be outraged before they go to bed. So I guess I'll be outraged at the NHL. You can shoot it.
I was going to say between Kreider and Panarin and Zibanejad and Tarasenko, you talk about finishers.
Oof.
There's a few there.
10 goals in 38 games this year, 29 points. You can shoot it. I think he's sort of dispelled some of those concerns around his shoulder when he came back last season, had a really productive year, 34 goals.
He's a big tank, too. 6'1", 228. Holy
He's Czech boy.
shnikes.
Yeah, he earned that nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the Rangers, that's a good point you make about the right-handedness there. That's an asset they didn't necessarily have.
He's left-handed.
Oh, there you go.
Frank Baum.
Look at that photo. He's left-handed, but they do play him on the right side.
Okay, so there you
So-
go. He plays his off wing. My apologies.
But there again, can rip it. All right. Very nice.
Ask Rhett.
And last one for Ask Rhett for Hope Street. This one came up. I have no idea. I don't know that we've talked about it. Hey, Rhett, do you like bingo?
Oh,
I don't know if I like bingo.
As a kid, my
See,
grandma
we-
played it all the time. I have fond memories of playing bingo with her. She'd help you
You've-
with the card and
I
stuff.
have frustration. I
crushing
can't.
darts.
It's slow moving. my attention span isn't great. I remember buying bingo cards when it was on TV on Saturday
Yeah,
nights,
Keno.
I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You could
The
buy
you know
your
what the move is now?
cards at the store. Yeah.
Because you're right. It's old people kill time activity. It's not riveting. It takes a while. It's an excuse to get in the Buick and drive down to the community hall. And next thing you know, it's back. It's dinner time. What you're seeing now in the 2020s, Rhett, they will do this at pubs with punk rock music blaring.
I like that.
And dudes
I like
covered in
that.
tattoos screaming out numbers, and prizes are like tattoo gift certificates and sex toys. It's unbelievable.
I like that.
Punk rock bingo. Look it up.
We have always been the one.
Sex
It's,
toys, but-
no disrespect. Everybody, golf tournaments. That has been on my list.
Yeah.
Let's make a bingo extravaganza, but let's spin it.
Mm-hmm.
Tunes, prizes, dumb bleep, good food, something. I think it could be
Because you
fun.
can drink while you play. You can listen to tunes while you play. You can probably hammer a dart if you're in the right place and play.
Come up with whatever games.
Let's go.
First person to get the.
It's not like playing chess. You don't need silence here.
It's time for the postage
I'd
stamp.
kick your ass at chess.
I haven't played for about 20 years. So you probably would, yeah.
You too.
Very cerebral. Get the.
So
AI
no, I don't
machine
like.
to play.
I guess traditional bingo, not for me. But what you guys are talking about, I'm all in.
Drunk bingo.
Shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shooter bingo. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Let's
Boozy
change it.
bingo.
We
You
gotta
know what you
adapt.
always drink for? Under the O? 69.
Thanks, Gronk. It's Ask Rhett, a presentation of Hope Street Rental Property Management. We've been talking about them. They continue to grow. They're active on social media. They are busier than they've ever been. They are Canada's Property Manager of the Year. Sincerely, if you're looking to rent or looking to have a property rented, it is hopestreet.ca. Locations in Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary.
And it only took
like
Shaman like 3 weeks to get back. Remember, I said he sent me a January 25th. I answered
It's
him.
busy.
He finally got back to me yesterday.
How'd it go?
Oh,
Good news?
not for me, possibly for someone
Right.
else. I'm the middleman right now. I'm massaging different angles here for him, making things happen.
Got it.
It's a masseuse.
It's in the cut. 5 points. Just,
A little bit for the Red Stirring.
just a taste. Just a
Not
taste.
asked yet.
Friend bus is full. How about a point for Red?
I have a feeling, even though we've been talking about it all week, and before we go, we'll do our Betway bets for the Flames and Red Wings game here and get our final thoughts on it. Thursday, Valentine's Day's coming up. I guarantee you nobody's really gone and done it yet, have they? Have you?
No.
Red, have you?
Do you have a card?
Valentine's
No,
Day's
I don't
coming.
have-
You got it.
Every year I go buy cards and then I put them away, but I buy more than one, right? Because then I don't have to go next year, and then you can't find the damn things. So
Yeah.
at some location in my house in Calgary, there's a stack of cards that are meant to be used for Christmas, birthdays, and Valentine's, and nothing. Crickets.
So you could break into Rhett's house,
Yeah,
or
give us that address. We'll wheel by, and we'll grab those. But no, because Justin at Vina Nova, he set up he's like, why don't we just do something? Come on in to the store, mention Barn Burner, go on the website, try to make it as easy as possible. vinanova.com, put Barn Burner in the promo code. We'll throw in a fancy high-end box of chocolates to go along with your lab-grown diamond purchase. As we've established, lab-grown diamonds, 80% in some cases cheaper than an actual diamond. And it's saying actual isn't even the right word because it's the same thing. The composition, it's all the same. It just makes more sense. And as you said, you either spend less or you get more
It's
for
up
what
to
you're
you.
prepared to spend.
yeah, you got a budget. Knock the socks off that thing with big old diamonds all over the place. You want to save some money?
And if you
Get the same
and if you
size
don't want the
diamond for way less.
chocolates, you don't want the
Chemically
chocolates,
and
send red.
physically, the same as a natural diamond. In some cases, the gemologists cannot tell the difference, even with their peepers. Looking there, I can't say.
The peeper.
I can't tell. That's right, because they're amazing. It's lab-grown diamonds. Vinanova.com, the Stephen Avenue Place, second floor. Go and see them. Do it quickly. Delivery options for you. They will walk you through all that. But again, use the Barn Burner promo code online or mention it when you go in, and you'll get that box o chocolates in addition. Be a hero. Be a hero. Like us. With Vina Nova. Betway Bets
Oh,
hit on that kind of wild trifecta
Yes.
thing that that I threw out yesterday.
I got one too.
It was Rangers to win
Over 6.5.
over 6.5 goals,
And a Zabinajad snipe.
a Zabinajad
point.
goal,
Goal, yeah, there you go.
and he
It
got
was
was
the
the
winner
last one. Yeah, he got the last goal.
for the Rangers. I think Pedersen got it within one, some late one, but yeah, good for
So what we're telling you is we're so smart.
it's a genius.
We're smart when it comes to the Betway Bets of the day.
Didn't you hit your other two? Because you had Dallas.
Yeah, I had
-1.5?
Dallas -1.5. 4-1 final.
And I had that Kaprizov, Panarin, and Pedersen all
Yeah.
getting points.
Folks, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I can't come to your house and make the bet for you.
It's costing you money not to do it.
Maybe not, but yeah.
It's probably not the right way to go about it. Be responsible would be
Be
the way.
responsible.
Betway Bets of the day. Detroit Red Wings host the Calgary Flames tonight. I don't know how I feel about this thing. Oddly, is the team shaken up a little bit by this Rasmus Anderson thing? They're moving guys around on that back end.
Mhm.
Top power play unit. What, Uyghur's going to step in, we think?
Emotional game Monday in New York. Lots of fights. It feels very much like a litmus test of where this group's at tonight.
Kind of struggled to find some realistic value. So
Mm.
I'm gonna kind of limp in here. The power play, it's more on the Detroit penalty kill. Their penalty
Oh.
kill is 21st in the league. Their special teams, Detroit, not great. 21st. Kadri gave up that puck breakaway goal the other night. He got rocked. I
Yeah,
think
but he
his
handled it
attention is
like a man.
yeah.
He did say he
He's
had
good
like
at
I think he'll be
tell
on
ya.
point. Yeah, I think he'll be on point tonight. I'm going to take a Flames money line win and 1 point from Kadri to get me a +150. And the power play, Kadri, get a power play point +200.
Okay, I'm same game, obviously, and I have found the value. I know you're going to have a
Did
tough
you?
time. It's because I
was very
locked it up
busy,
early.
yeah.
Yeah. I found that value. So we're going to go Andrew Mangiapane over 2.5 shots. This line's been sensational. Coleman anytime goals, Backlund scoring, 3-point nights here. Mangiapane's looking like not first half Mangiapane as we'd hoped. 2.5 shots. He's hit 5 of the last 8 games. +125. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mo Seider, 11 points his last 10 games. 10 of them have been assists. +140 for a single helper. He's on a heater. Mo Seider, Betway Bets of the day.
Good player.
And a great name. Great name.
Yeah, I don't like the Ritz part there. You go, Mo. Come on. You can be a nickname like Mo. You better use it.
Betway Bets of the day. Get the app. Be 19. Be responsible. The Betway Bets of the day. So what are we talking? 5 o'clock start, Calgary time.
Yep. That's 7 Sabres time, Rhett. And you and I for the burner tonight.
We're going to have to be a little bit later than normal.
Okay, good. We're talking about it.
I got to play catch up.
So this will be done at, let's say, 7:40-ish Calgary time. We could be rolling if we're patient, maybe 8-ish, but so it's 10 Eastern. You want to start 10:30? 10?
No, close to 10, 10:15, just after 10
Yeah,
should be fine.
You know what? You'll be just fine then.
Yeah, great.
I think
That
you're
works
gonna
for
be
me.
just fine. Now, what are you guys talking about? This what is this? What is this you're talking
So this
about?
is Afterburner. This is a show that is, in fact, you've been involved in about half of them.
Afterburner?
And it's after Flames games. You want a little recap what happened in that
I
game
love it,
last
yeah,
night? Because
yeah.
I saw the show, but that was before the game, and I need something new to listen to on my drive in. Because nothing else is any good. Need
See,
the boys here.
You don't need to do that.
See, there's my kids yelling in the back room.
Oh, I
or
see,
so
yeah,
you're
yeah.
playing stupid top 40 shirt.
Yeah.
Come on, I need something to listen to. Get the Afterburner for you.
Yeah.
We'll be talking Flames, Wings, second of a 5-game road trip.
Third
of a 5-game road trip, second of a 4-game road trip, whichever one it
Oh,
is. And look at this. Here's Afterburner. This was, you must have had a concussion since
So
then. This was the
every-
last Afterburner
Got
right
it.
there.
So after every game on YouTube, on the FlamesNation YouTube channel,
That's right.
Afterburner with an assortment of you or me or Rhett. It'll be a combo.
Mhm.
And then if you want to watch it on YouTube, you can, but also you can download it to listen to on your drive to work in the morning.
It'll show up wherever you find Barn Burner, Dean. If that's Spotify, Apple, any other podcatchers you use, go get it.
I don't know whose idea that was, but it's a pretty good one.
It's a good logo too. Subscribe and like and 5-star, and we'll talk to you tomorrow or tonight, depending how much of a night owl you are and when this thing gets done.
Got a feel on it, Retro?
I don't like it.
Oh boy.
What is our
I just-
Afterburner record? I don't think it's very good.
I can do it for you. I got the schedule right here.
I don't
Afterburner
like it.
1, Jan
think
3. Winnipeg, they lose in regulation. Afterburner 2, Chicago First of the road trip, they fall in overtime.
Right.
Markstrom hook, and Vladar comes in. St. Louis, they blow a 2-goal lead after 40 minutes, fall in overtime. St. Louis, again, they get a victory. That moves us to 1-3. Nashville, they lose 1-4. Colorado, they lose 1-5. Columbus, they eke out a win, 2-5. Chicago, somehow they lose 1-6. And then they lose to the Rangers. So wow.
They've had one goddamn win.
Yeah, after St. Louis. The second St. Louis one, the one they didn't blow. No, you got some loser points in there.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as you come home with more points than games.
More points. So you don't like it? You don't like
I understand why he doesn't like it now that we just revisited that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the afterburner effect.
Jesus.
Well, and Anderson.
Can we cancel afterburner tonight?
Oh, go ahead, Rhett. Go ahead.
I'm just Anderson being out is a huge hole. That's a lot of minutes to fill with muck. And Detroit is not a pushover. Like they're fighting to stay in it. And I don't know. I mean, it's great. Vladar's on a heater, but it's never been done. So that's speaking of accomplishing it. It's and it's Detroit. You've been in Detroit for 2 effing days, and yuck. You're not excited to
win
be
one for Rasmus. Get one for the Rasmus.
Maybe.
Go get it. Vladar.
Afterburner tonight. Download it. Subscribe. You got it in the morning. We'll be back with the Friday show with further thoughts. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for being a part of it. Appreciate you.
All the best, fellas.
Tank to the Rangers.
Oilers suck.
See ya, buddies.